The story begins with a man named Monty, a baseball player. He plays for a team called Bulls, a minor league team. They play so badly that even the train passes through the middle of the ground. And whenever the train passes, the match obviously stops. One day, Monty told his best friend Spike that a man in the audience was taking pictures of him. His name was Donaldo, and he had been doing the same thing for the last 3 matches. So Monty thought, "Brother, you should look after yourself. Your brother is going to the big leagues. This must be a scout." Hearing this, Spike thought, "You're expecting too much. This man could be someone else." Well, that day his team miraculously won. Later, they went out to celebrate. Monty and Spike found 2 girls who were enjoying the game a lot. They started flirting with both of them. They even invited them to their house with the intention of taking them out. Meanwhile, Donaldo called his boss and informed him about Monty's antics. It turned out that he had been following Monty for a few days. At that time, the boyfriends of those girls arrived. When they saw Monty and Spike with their girlfriends, they got very angry. An argument started, and the crowd realized that the issue was about to escalate. A woman had already called the police. As expected, a fight broke out between the 2 groups. Punches started flying from all sides. Some people were just enjoying it, but some people also jumped into the fight. People on the tables were being thrown, and chairs were being used as weapons. The next morning, we saw that Monty and Spike were still in jail for the fight. Their coach, Charlie, came and said that the team's management was not going to pay for their bail. Both of them got worried that the season would end soon and they would miss the last match. But Charlie explained that the management didn't care about them anyway. They already had plans to bring in new and younger players into the team so that the team could be rebuilt. After a few hours, both were taken to court where several charges were filed against them: assault, property damage, and more. Both of them swore that they were innocent and started arguing with the judge. The judge got irritated and intentionally set the bail at $3,000. Since they had no money, they were about to be sent back to jail. But then Donaldo came in. He explained that he was waiting for a very important person, and he would pay both their bail and fines. The only condition was that both Monty and Spike would have to confess their crime to their parents. Monty still thought. Donaldo worked for someone who wanted to sign him for a team. That's why he happily took the deal. Later, Donaldo took him to New York. When he went to a corporate building, Spike was scared. He thought Donaldo was an undercover police officer in disguise, trying to fool them. Donaldo then said, "I never said I work for a team. I was told that a law firm had given me this work." After this, all 3 of them went for a big grand event. They reached the office, and Monty was taken inside alone so he could meet the lawyers. This lawyer turned out to be Monty's great-uncle, who had separated from his family in the 1930s after a big fight. After that fight, he disappeared, and no one ever heard from him again. Now the truth came out. Robert had become one of the richest and most popular men in the country. And now, because he had died last month, Monty was his only living heir. But Robert had certain conditions. The lawyer played a recorded message left by Robert. Monty was shocked. How is my uncle so fair? But Robert had already thought of everything. He explained that Monty's grandfather had 2 wives. One was white, and the other was of Monty's color. Robert was disappointed that Monty hadn't done anything special in his life. Monty then shared his story of how his father used to punish him in childhood. Well, now Monty had to prove that he was really worthy of all this. If Monty wanted his uncle's uncountable wealth, he had to complete a challenge. He would get $30 million for 30 days, and he had to spend it all. But there were some strict rules. He should be left with nothing after 30 days, except for the clothes he was wearing. Whatever he buys, he cannot just waste or throw away. He can hire anybody, but must pay them fairly for the work. It's not necessary to keep someone on a daily $1 million salary. He could only donate 5% and gamble 5% of it. He cannot give money to anyone just like that. Buying and giving gifts was also prohibited. And most importantly, if he agreed to take up this challenge, he could not tell anyone about it. Otherwise, he would be disqualified immediately. If Monty felt he could not do all this, there was another way. He could simply walk away with $1 million. The lawyers already placed $1 million in a suitcase. Monty asked what would happen to the rest of the money if he didn't take the challenge. He was told that the money would go back to the law firm. Monty thought for a few moments, but finally accepted the challenge. He was told that after 30 days, he must return at exactly 12 at midnight, absolutely empty, with only the clothes he was wearing. A maid named Angela would handle his expenses, but also keep a close watch so he couldn't cheat or lie. While going out, Monty told Spike that he was the heir to $30 million, and he kept Donaldo as his photographer. Then, both of them went to the bank to make sure the money was really real. Monty immediately withdrew the $30 million in cash. The bank manager started telling him about schemes, saying, "Sir, put your money here, and it will double." But Monty said, "I'm not doing this. Tell me the account in which you do not get even RS1 interest." Angela was upset by this because she didn't know the real truth. Then Monty asked the guard, "How much is your salary?" Then he gave him more money to make him his personal bodyguard. In the end, Monty hired a complete security team so that they could move around with him. Because now he was roaming everywhere with lots of money, Spike was upset that his friend was wasting money so carelessly. But Monty assured him, "It's very dangerous. I have a plan. Don't worry." Then Monty called Charlie and told him that now he's going to hire the whole team. He promised them new uniforms, a good bus, and a better salary, too. Charlie thought he was joking and disconnected the call. After this, Monty stopped an unknown taxi and told the driver, "For 1 month, you're my personal driver." "All right." Angela immediately said, "You have so much money. You can buy a lot of limousines." Hearing this, Monty told the driver, "Go and bring a lot of limousines, okay?" Meanwhile, a crowd had gathered to see Monty and his group. Then Monty invited everyone for lunch. Everything was wonderful. They went to a restaurant, and there he ordered the most expensive liquor. Monty also told the musician playing the song, "Play something else." "Am I here for a funeral?" During dinner, Monty was constantly flirting with Angela. Angela told him that she was engaged. Her fiancé was a lawyer who spent a lot of time doing charity and social work. That was the reason he spent less time with Angela. Monty joked, "Call him too. For the time I'm here, I'll give him whatever money I earn." Angela stopped him and said, "You can't buy everything." The news spread in the city that a strange millionaire was throwing money around. When Monty arrived at the hotel, reporters were already waiting. Monty told them that he was going to give a lot of people jobs, and at the same time he announced Spike as the vice president of his new company. He also declared that he would make the hotel manager its president. At first the manager refused, saying the top 2 floors were already reserved, but Monty immediately said, "I'll pay you 10 times more, but I want them." After that, the manager immediately agreed. Now the whole group moved into the luxurious rooms. Monty and Spike rented new suits. In the evening, Angela's fiancé Warren came to collect her. Monty immediately took the opportunity and donated money to charity. Warren admired the antique pieces and furniture in the room. He was very vocal about his knowledge, and Monty happily said, "From today, you're my personal decorator. I'll give you a salary you could never earn even after a lifetime in a black coat." Warren agreed immediately without thinking. Angela was shocked that her fiancé was sold out so easily for money. The next morning, Warren went to his law firm bosses and told them he wanted a month's leave. His boss agreed, but in return made Warren his spy so he could report every move of Monty. He also told him, "Don't even tell Angela about this." Meanwhile, Monty's office was getting filled with people. Jobs were being offered in quick succession. He was even hiring the most useless people because he just needed to spend the money. Meanwhile, Warren called his wife Marilyn, who was an interior designer. Warren took her along to Monty, but Angela didn't like this at all. Monty, to get Angela's attention, teased her at the wrong time. Warren tried to stop him but slipped and fell into the paint buckets. Marilyn fell too. She had lots of ideas and was explaining them, but Monty told her straight, "Whatever idea you have, just do it. Don't worry about money. I have enough." Soon people started showing their crazy ideas. They approached Monty for funding. One man told him to give him $3 million so that he could fly an ice mountain from the North Pole to Africa. This way, people there would get clean water. Spike and Angela wanted to stop Monty because this was such a stupid idea. But Monty ignored their concerns and still gave him the money. Monty also hired a man to help him invest 5% of the money on betting, so he could bet on the horses. Then Monty told Charlie on the phone, "We are going to compete as the biggest team. I will pay for everything." He sent a helicopter to bring the rest of his team players immediately. Monty gave his best performance outside the stadium, waiting for his friends with a full welcome party. He was glad when he saw everyone wearing new uniforms. He also rented expensive penthouses for everyone. When the lawyers saw all this, they realized they had underestimated him. They thought they had made a mistake. Later, Monty himself wore a uniform and started practicing with his team. Soon, that big match was announced. Then Spike and Angela went out to bring in a financial advisor so he could make Monty understand how money should be spent wisely. But Monty kept him on salary instead of commission. He made a complete plan, but Monty did not agree with even a single thing in it. Meanwhile, Spike and Monty started playing baseball to calm down. Spike told Monty, as soon as he got the chance, that he wanted to invest in jewelry or stamps. Hearing this, Monty got an idea. He went to a stamp shop and bought the most expensive stamp till date. The next day, the lawyers saw this in the news and started laughing. Monty had bought a stamp. It was an asset. Its value would not decrease, but after some time they found a postcard from Monty. They were shocked and angry when they saw that Monty had actually used that overly expensive stamp to send the card. He calculated that this way he would win. So now they thought that Warren would tell the whole truth. So he asked Angela to deliberately make some mistakes in her accounting. He also promised her that if the money doesn't go to Monty and comes to us instead, he would shower her with money too. Later, when Monty saw the news, he found out that the shares of Iceberg Company had increased 10 times because of his investment. Thinking about what to do with the new money, Monty said, "Sell all the stocks." Soon he also came to know that the man he had given money to invest on horses had also won all his bets. Monty got scared and told Angela to donate all the money to charity. Meanwhile, Marilyn finished her decorations. She had already added a lot of things to the room. But Monty said he didn't have that much money to spend anymore. Warren was so busy with his work there that when Angela asked Monty to eat, he agreed. He said, "I am very impressed with you. You are donating so much money." When both of them were about to leave, one man mistakenly hit Monty's car from behind. There was no real harm. But Monty decided to take this man to the hospital so he could also pay for his treatment. When that man realized who Monty was, he pretended he was badly hurt in the accident. Monty gave him a lot of money as compensation. Angela got scared and started shouting at Monty. She said, "Why are you wasting so much money?" Warren was watching all this from the window. Marilyn told him, "You might like Angela. You are leaving me. She is your boss's fiancé. Something must be going on between them. Otherwise, who scolds their boss like this?" At dinner in a restaurant, Warren told Angela, "Your friendship with Monty is growing too much. I doubt something is going on between you two." Angela was very upset with this. She got angry and quietly went away. Meanwhile, a reporter said in the news that Monty bought a 114-year-old set of liquor cans from an auction house. He bought 5 cans in cash, opened the bottles, and gave everyone expensive wine to drink. After a while, Spike came with Edweir, the financial advisor. He told Monty that he had secretly made some investments, and from them, Monty had earned $10 million. As soon as Monty heard this, he felt as if he had been bitten by a snake. Everyone else thought Monty was crazy. He was sad when he got money, but happy when it was spent. Just then, Warren came and said that he needed $2,000 for renting furniture. Monty gave him the money and sent everyone else out, so that he could be alone for a few moments. When Monty turned on the TV, he found out that the mayor was blowing a lot of money for his next election campaign. Monty thought, "I will also stand for election. I will spend all my money on the campaign." Angela thought this was very good. Even though Monty still had so much money, he was entering politics to help people. Later at a press conference, Monty told reporters, people should not vote for anyone, not even me. All the candidates are first-class thieves. Only a fool would vote for them. He ran this ad all over the country to spend as much money as possible. Even when people in New York went out for a walk, they would see it everywhere. Now everybody knew politicians were corrupt, and Monty seemed like the only honest one among them. He was speaking openly, and people were very impressed. He quickly became famous among the people. Angela, who was managing the accounts, was getting very worried, because now the money was about to be completely finished. The other two candidates in the election teamed up together. They thought, Monty is talking nonsense on TV. He is openly insulting us. Something must be done. They filed a defamation case against Monty, after which Monty happily paid $4 million as fine. Finally, the day of the big match arrived. Monty told his team, today is our chance. We have to show the world that we are not as stupid as people think we are. Before the match started, a train passed the field. On it, Monty had put up lots of ads for his election. Monty threw the first ball and immediately got the first man out. When the second batter came, Spike started making fun of him. He said, your wife is not happy with you. She came to me and told me everything. The man got very angry and started fighting. It was going to get very ugly, so he was fired from the team. Then Warren went to the furniture shop and rented as many things as he could. But he later returned it all to get his deposit back. Their team was losing. Monty got frustrated and went to the changing room. The will officer came to him and said, if you win the election, then whatever salary you get from it will also be considered your property. At the end of the game, the other team won. Now Monty was thinking, after all, I will contest the election. How can I lose? Monty congratulated himself and said, if money is there, votes can be bought. But a professional player can only be made through hard work. After this, Monty resigned from the election. He withdrew his name and said that he never expected to win anyway. Now he didn't have much money left. That is why he said, whatever is left, spend it on the last party. Call as many people as you can to the party. At night, when Angela closed the accounts, the balance was absolutely zero. Monty came to pick her up for the party, but Angela refused. She was very angry that Monty had wasted so much money on things that did not matter at all. She left screaming in anger and could not hear. Monty say, I love you. Monty had started loving her deeply. At the party, Spike's guards checked Donaldo's pockets. It was then discovered that he was stealing money. Everyone who worked for Monty was very sad that their boss had gone bankrupt. Now they were putting their money together to help him, because Monty had always given them employment whenever they needed it. But Monty said, no, I cannot take people's money. The next morning, when Monty woke up, he had a severe headache. The hotel manager reminded him that it was time to check out. People from different departments were also taking back the things Monty had rented for a month. Monty wore his old uniform and looked around the room to see what Marilyn had decorated. He liked it, but then all the rented things were taken away. While going out, the guard told Monty, sir, I did as you said. I didn't vote for anyone. The whole city was shocked last night when it was found out that no one won the election, because everyone had followed Monty's words. Now it was 12 hours, only 5 minutes left. Monty immediately ran towards the lawyer's office. In the elevator, he met Warren, who said, sir, I had left this money with me. The furniture people returned the security deposit. In anger, Monty screamed and told the lawyers, I lost. He was even ready to sign the papers, fully prepared for all the money to go to the law firm. Then Angela angrily came into the office and exposed the whole truth in front of everyone. She tried to slap Warren for cheating, but Monty stopped her. Monty said, I'll kill him. Then Warren punched Monty. Warren said in front of everyone, you raised your hand on me. I will file a case against you. So Monty said to Angela, you become my lawyer. He handed over the money that Warren had given him and said, from today you are my lawyer. As soon as the clock struck 12 EU, Angela immediately made a receipt, so that at the last minute, Monty's bank balance became completely empty. The decision was announced. Monty had won the challenge and he would now get the entire inheritance money. The fraud of the lawyers was also exposed. Monty celebrated his victory and looked forward to living a new life with Angela. So if you have that much money, what will you do with it? Tell me in the comments. See you in the next video.